Hi there, welcome to the Upcycle Design Lab. My name's Cindy and I craft using recycled and repurposed materials. If you're new here, I hope you'll stick around and check out some of my other upcycling tutorials. And if you like what you see, you can check the subscribe button below any of my videos to become a subscriber. Also, if you'd like to be notified when I upload new videos, be sure to check the bell icon as well. So today I don't have an official tutorial. I will link to all of the projects that I'm going to show you, but I've kind of been meaning to do this for a while. Over the years, I've made a lot of upcycled projects, and some of them have actually ended up as home decor in my house. So today I'm going to be taking you on what I'm calling my Trashy House Tour. So I'm starting in my downstairs bathroom, and you're probably thinking, this doesn't look like a bathroom, and that's because the bathroom has been up for remodeling for years, and it's far too embarrassing to show it to you. But in the meantime, while we've been planning on remodeling, I've just been making knickknacks for the bathroom, and I've decided to call it my Silver Safari bathroom. So I made some towel hooks out of the plastic animals and just spray painted them silver. I've got a little air dry clay piece that's painted black to cover up the screw holes once this is ready to be mounted to the wall. In another project, I made a couple of little vanity things, a soap dish and toothbrush holder out of some more of the plastic animals that were painted silver. I think these are candle holders maybe. I got them at the thrift store. They were just a set that I got. Then I made some art to hang on the wall. These were some frames that I bought, and I just turned the art over and made some safari animals out of some art. And actually these are cut out of Cheetos bags. So this is the foil side of the Cheeto bag. And then my last project over here is just a bath mat that I made in sort of a zebra pattern from some t-shirts. It's a really simple process. You just cut the t-shirt into t-shirt yarn, and then you cut short strips and tie them through. I just used a mat that's used for to keep your rugs from slipping. It was already the correct size. I just trimmed it down a tiny bit, and I drew my design on and then started tying on my t-shirt yarn. This item is actually hanging in the bathroom, hiding my hideous shower, but it is made, I just made a shower curtain out of some heavier foil from like frozen foods and coffee bags. They're just cut in circles and sewn together on the sewing machine. And the little glass kabobbles are sort of decorative, and they were made from recycled glass using my microwave kiln. The other item that's actually in the bathroom is a light fixture that is made in a similar fashion, but it is probably not going to make the final cut when we do the remodeling. It's not my best work, and the picture here really is about all you need to know about it. We're moving on to the kitchen, and I just have a couple of items in here, but they're actually some of the oldest projects that I've done. Hopefully they don't jump right out at you as trash. But I have a utensil holder over here that I made out of a large tin can, and it's actually decorated with some spaghetti noodles and puffed rice and a little bit of paint, and I don't remember what else because, like I said, it's one of my older projects. The other thing I have in this room are some knobs for the curtain rods. A few years ago, I decided to move the curtain rods out of the window itself. They're the tension curtain rods. So I just made some, what I think are, better looking ends for the curtain rods so that I could hang them up above the window and get a little more light in the room. And those are made from toilet paper tubes and a few other things, and spray painted silver to look sort of what I think is industrial look. So I do have quite a few projects in my basement, but I'm only going to show you one of them because I did an entire video on all of the recycled and upcycled projects that I did in my Alice in Wonderland craft room. So here's a peek at the door, but that's all I'm going to show you in this video. If you're interested in all of those projects, you can watch them in a separate video. So the only other project I have downstairs is this footstool, and I have repaired it a few different times because the dogs like to lay on it and they're pretty hard on it. But most recently I replaced the foam and made a new denim cover for it as well. Next up is my hallway. So it starts with a couple of my little propagation stations, I'm calling them, but they are wall hangings. You can use them for small vases or to propagate your plants in. And they're just made out of some old fence post, Tabasco bottle, and some tin cans. So moving down the hallway, I have a simple little project here. This was just a picture frame that I made into a shadow box to kind of commemorate a couple of cats that we lost a few years ago. I used a little tin can I think it's aluminum can, rose and a little thimble, some other knick-knack things. But I made the picture frame into sort of a shadow box with some cardboard so that it would have a little depth to it. And then there's one photo down there or picture and another one right here. I made these years ago. They are also pets that we no longer have, but I did portraits of our two dogs out of t-shirt fabric and a lot of glue, Elmer's glue I think, and then I upcycled the frames as well, just painted them and added some little glue dots in this case. Anyway, I was pretty happy with them. If I ever tried it again, I would probably use a different glue, but I don't know, they're kind of crazy colors, but those are my dog t-shirt portraits. A couple things in our upstairs bathroom. I made a toothbrush holder from a small tin can that I just wrapped some extra tiles that we had around that kind of matched the bathroom colors, and I just made a real simple toothbrush holder. And then I made a soap dispenser out of a Starbucks bottle and stole a pump from a different plastic bottle, I think. These two are projects that I did quite a while ago. Next up is my office space. And the first project here is a bouquet that I made from some t-shirts. I like to think of sort of unconventional ways to use different things, and so I made some different little flowers out of t-shirt yarn and then used some hanger wire to make the stems and wrapped them, I think, with just some regular floral tape. Then for my wall art, I used an old calendar, and I don't know if you can see it in these pictures, but I just really like the colors, so I kind of wanted to save them. So I recycled some old frames, and then I made some 3D-dimensional aspects to the art. It's kind of hard to see in this picture, but some of the stuff is just a little bit thicker and stands out a little bit more, so they're a little bit three-dimensional. As there, you can kind of see it there, I guess. Anyway, and then I just added a little bit of book paper to the frames because I like to paper mache with book paper. Down here is my organizer. I used an old frame again, and then for the magnet area I used some tin cans that I painted a little bit and just glued onto this. But I basically just wanted a place to keep my day planner off of my desk so I could see it, but it would kind of be out of the way. And then I just have some other little hooks in the magnet area for other things just to keep me organized. And the last project here is made from old CD cases. I just made a little spinning pencil holder and put some pictures, some of my favorite quotes, and also there was a spot for the calendar pages, and then I could change them out. There's 12 different pictures, 12 different quotes, and 12, the 12 months of the year, so you kind of have a calendar there as well. If you do this project, you're going to want to find CD cases that snap together pretty well. You can see this one doesn't stay closed very well, especially when it's got the 12 different pages in it. But you can just kind of see I did some sort of scrapbooky ideas just for fun so that I could switch out the art once a month. So those are the projects in my office space, and true confessions, my desk never looks this clean. I did have to scrape everything off just to make this video. Here's a look at my dining room, and there are a few projects in here. You can see I have a couple more of the little wall vases hanging on the wall. I have some silver stuff in here, so I spray painted these silver instead of just leaving them with the rustic wood look, but they're pretty much the same design. And then once you have your plants with some roots on them, you need little starter pots. So these are actually made out of plastic grocery bags. And my cat loved to sleep on top of my little dish cabinet here, so I decided to make her a bed, which is made out of magazine paper and then spray painted silver. And this last item here is a picture frame that I made out of some old cardboard, some rusted tin cans, and some thumbtacks. All right, I'm moving on to my living room, and just ignore the Christmas decorations. Those are on another video, my trashy Christmas decorations, so you can catch up on those if you're interested in any of those in that video. But I do have quite a few projects in this room just by itself. So the first one is are the drapes. The cats clawed them up pretty well, so I just added some little pieces of fabric and hand stitched them on to kind of cover up some of the cat claws. And this project I'm very happy with. It's hard to see because of the sunlight here, but I covered the table. It was really scraped up and it had some deep grooves ground into it from the dog's paws and claws because they like to look out the window. And so I covered it with rusted tin cans and some thumbtacks as well. And this is not my favorite project by any stretch, but I'd made another lampshade. The dogs have knocked the lamp into the wall a few times and it broke the old lampshade. So this is made, I think I used some chopsticks to make the frame, and then I used some more foil to make the shade similar to the bathroom shower curtain downstairs. This project, well, is a little embarrassing, but they looked really good when I first finished them. I covered these chairs with some paper and or some packing paper and Mod Podge, and then there was a whole series of clear Flex Seal that I tried to put on there that was not a great choice, but obviously the chairs are wearing out. The paper is not a great durable surface, but this chair obviously gets some extra wear. For some reason, this is only the humans sit in this chair and the dogs get in that chair, so it's pretty worn out. I keep repapering it. Obviously it's due for another coat, but so far I'm shamelessly leaving them in my living room. And the last item in here, whoops, I'm gonna miss one here, is I made a dog bed out of some extra foam that we had left over from an old mattress. And I covered it with just some sheet fabric, I think, and then painted it with some red paint to match our couch. That was pretty ripped up. You can see it gets some good wear as well. but about a year ago, I patched it up with some denim patches, and then I decided to try my hand at painting, and we had some extra red paint. So I just used some extra red house paint to paint my couch, and that is another project that I have to say I'm pretty happy with. So that concludes my trashy house tour. I hope you didn't find it too horrifying. If you liked this video, please give it a thumbs up. If you want to check out some of the other house tours that I've done for different decorations or my whole craft room makeover, I'll put those links in the description box below. And I hope you'll come back and check out the lab again soon.